what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike, that's Nick, and that special guest Eugene back again for another fine episode of the Mix It Up podcast. Nick, what topics we have on deck?
We got the Alec Baldwin shooting. We got robotic arms. We got NYC banning outdoor heaters. We got grape fasts, me and Mike's experiences. And we got a synchronization story from me today. A synchronicity. You know what I'm talking about.
It's a big word. I don't know what that means.
Synchronicity.
That means at the same time.
Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's jump into the synchronicity real quick, just to knock it out of the box. Because I told you guys lately that I've been seeing crazy shit happening all at the same time, right? Mike could be talking to me on the phone and I'm reading something and some weird word would come up that I never use or anything. So I'm looking through my Instagram today or yesterday it might have been this morning. I think it was this morning or yesterday. It doesn't matter. And I'm looking through my pictures and I say to myself, a double rainbow? When the fuck did I see a double rainbow? I remember the picture, but I didn't remember that I saw this gigantic double rainbow.
Double rainbow. Oh my God. It's a double rainbow all the way.
On my bridge, right? Whoa, over the Cross County Parkway. Today, I saw another double rainbow. Right? I'm like, what the fuck, man? I just saw this picture. And I didn't even realize that I saw a double rainbow in my lifetime. You know? And then I just saw one again today. It was either this morning or yesterday that I came across the picture again.
Did you see the leprechaun with the pot of gold at the end too?
I did. It ended
up
being a troll.
That was a troll. That was a troll.
It was a fucking troll. Killed him.
Good.
So tell me, Eugene, what's going on? Am I nearing the end of my life?
What's all these synchronicities?
Yeah. Double rainbows are great. I mean, all rainbows are actually double rainbows. I don't know if you knew that or not. Just because you can't see the reflection of the rainbow, it's there. So, but
really,
double rainbows are pretty much a symbol for God. It's like if a rainbow is present, it's pretty much meaning that there's God present. So that's a good sign. You're in Yonkers, God's around.
Why?
That's the way I see it.
If you let it in, hell.
But what about synchronicities as a whole, Eugene? Like, does that mean that like I'm fucking in touch with it all? Does it mean like, yo, we're gonna keep showing you these synchronicities until you actually do something about it, or is it just somebody like, hey, I'm just continually tell you that you're doing good right now. You're on the right path.
I kind of feel like that. I feel like that's whatever it is. Maybe your grape fast had something to do with the rainbow showing up.
Nice transition.
That was just
I don't know.
That was just crap shooting out his ass.
Oh shit. Yeah, so maybe grape fast.
Maybe the angels and the sylphs were like, he's doing such a good job on those grapes. Might as well send him a little rainbow.
Could be. So as some of you motherfuckers might know, me and Mike started a grape fast. I started mine yesterday. Mike sold me out and started his today. And I guess we'll tell our experiences of the grape fast. And Eugene's done them, so he could chime in and tell his experiences too. But I
have a question. How long did yours last?
Mine lasted for a day and 3/4. It was supposed to last three days. And yeah, the reason why mine didn't last all 3 days is because the new batch of grapes that I bought were disgusting, and I was fed up. I had enough, and I wasn't gonna go to the store and buy more grapes. So I said, "Fuck it, let me eat one of these delicious, fresh and lean meals that Mike fucking made me buy."
You're very influential, Nick. Like Eugene tells you to do a grape fast, you do it. I tell you buy fresh and lean meals, you do it. Like, yeah. If any listeners want to write in and have Nick do something, like, please tell us.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Trader. It's a real good idea.
I gave up after about 6.5 hours. I have no willpower. I was like,
Yeah.
man, like what happened was like I was in my fridge. I had all the grapes like nice and stored, and all of a sudden the bag of grapes fell over in my fridge and it knocked one of my fresh and lean meals to the side. I had to pick up the fresh and lean meal and it was a steak. I was like, yeah, that's a sign. Like fuck the rainbows. Like I seen a sign and that was it. Like not God came out, he like swatted the fucking grapes out of my hand and he fucking put the steak right there. So I had to go with the steak.
You have to. You gotta follow the signs, man. I don't know. But yeah, so yesterday I started my grape fast. I was all pumped up. I was hungry. All right, so it goes like this. Intermittently, I would get like nauseously hungry. Like when you're hungover and you're hungry, that kind of nauseous. Then you eat and then you're fine. And I was never without energy. I was hungry. I was craving certain things. I was craving salt. I was craving chicken wings. I just happened to go like be hanging out with Rob DeFado yesterday. All we decided to talk about was fucking chicken wings and all this food. I'm like, I'm starving. And that's when I think I went on a rampage with you guys. I was just texting these guys like, I need some food. I need some fucking steak. I need chicken wings. Help. And then I woke up tired today. But then I had energy all day. I did a lot of stuff. Like I was able to do physical activity. I was doing work next door and shit. And it really was just the fact that the grapes that I bought from Stop and Shop were disgusting. And I stopped it. I was like, fuck it. But the meal I ate afterwards, I felt like I was in heaven. I felt like I was on cloud nine. I felt like I was high on something after eating real food.
It's like doing crack for the first time in over a year.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to picture that like that conversation between you and Rob about wings. Like what's like what are you talking about? Like, oh, you remember the time we ate those wings? And then, oh no, you remember the time we ate those wings? They were really hot. Like, like what are you talking about? Like with the wings?
This is what
like,
it went
all
like.
the different places. Like how'd it go? How do you come
Yeah.
up to that conversation?
I was like this, man, I'm on this grape fast. I'm so hungry. I really want candlelight right now. Right. And he goes, I'm on a text message with a bunch of guys and they wrote about all these other places that have even better chicken wings. So then we're talking about wings and then we're talking about this bar we went to. He scouted out a bar for his birthday when he was like, I don't know, 25 or something. And it ended up, we went down to the city. It was a gay bar, right? Or a gay night. But the wings smelled so good from this bar that we were like, who gives a shit? So we went in, we're sitting down on gay night at the bar, and it was like $14 for all you could eat chicken wings and all you could drink beer. And we would have been idiots to get up because they were like top 3 of the best wings we've ever had in our lives. So that's how the chicken wing conversation went.
That's fucking great, man. Like, yeah, we had a great night. We had wings, we had some beer. Sure, we had to be gay for a little bit, but that's okay.
Watching football too, man. It was great. You would have loved it, Mike.
I'm too homophobic, man. I would have had to leave. I don't think I couldn't stand there. Like I want to be like, cool, like in the 2000s, but I'm like, I don't know. I would be too fucking weird. Like I'd be worried some fucking dude would hit on me and shit. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
That's that you should take that as a compliment, Mike. That means at least one sex finally likes you. Oh shit. So yeah, Eugene, tell us about your experience. I mean, you obviously like fasting way more than we do. So tell us. I know you've told us before, but tell us again.
No, I love it. I love it. I think it's great. The only thing is, for your first time, it's not so bad, Nick. What happened with you? It's sort of what happens with everybody. You start it, you think it's all right in the beginning. After a day or two, you start getting really hungry. You start feeling queasy. You start feeling other things coming up that you don't know why. You think that you're hurting yourself, or people get concerned. Oh, I got to eat something. I'm gonna die. There's something wrong with me. And then they leave, or they go and they eat their sensible meal, and everything returns. Things go back to normal. And you say to yourself, oh, that fast, that wasn't good. It wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for my body, whatever. When the reality is your body was probably going alkaline. And when your body goes alkaline, things get stirred up. And when things get stirred up, you're not going to feel as in balance as what you do after you eat, a cheeseburger and fries, that feel good meal. So it was just a matter of time before something, in your mind tells you, something's wrong. Let me get back to eating regular food, or I'm starving, or this just ain't working out, or these grapes are no good, whatever. No, but psychologically, you really, it's the hardest part is psychologically being ready, because I don't know how many times I went to bed starving, and then the next day I feel perfectly fine. Like I don't need to eat anything. It happens all the time. It doesn't matter how much you eat when you're eating like a raw food diet, or you're fasting on grapes or watermelon. It doesn't matter. You're never ever gonna feel that satisfaction that you get, that we do. Some of us do 3, 4, 5 times a day. We fill our stomachs. We have that stuffed sensation, and so the body is so used to that. That's what it wants. It's what it wants. And
I feel bad now, Nick. I think
that's
we
one
should
of
have
the
stayed.
hardest. That's one of the hardest things. What's that, Mike?
I feel bad now. Like I think we should have kept going with the fast. I feel disappointed.
Oh, I mean,
I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it.
It's a stepping stone for you. It's a process. It's not. It doesn't. For most people, it doesn't just happen. Like, oh, I could do a 10-day grape fast. No, grapes are really, they're very astringent, and they'll start pulling on your insides, and they'll clean you out pretty quick.
Is it cookie?
So for two people that really don't know much about fasting, and Nick, the first time, it's all right. You did a day and a half or whatever it is. Good.
Mhm.
Something, you have some experience now. Believe it or not, that is part of what you went through. Really was part of the experience of fasting. But I mean, in a ocean of fasting, you went like 10 feet, but still, at least you got wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt great to get my feet wet.
You got your feet wet, bro.
Next time I'll get my nipples wet.
Gotta go all the way.
My nipples.
going.
I'll get my
Next time,
nipples wet.
Maybe you get your head under the water.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I could have kept going. It wasn't unbearable. And I used to be afraid of it, like a little bitch, like, oh, I'm gonna die. I'll be dead from this grape fest. But it really was the grapes, man. Fucking grapes are gross. I'm sorry. I would have kept. I'd be on it still. I'd still be on the fucking fast, man. I use that as an excuse, obviously, to get off the fast.
The fast is, as you can see now, you're paying attention. The fast is not just for your physical body. Emotional body and mental body also play a role. Your psychological, your mind will get to you when you're on a fast and tell you that something's wrong, and you're gonna die.
Right.
Or whatever else it has to say. So it's all there. Everything is, you're putting all your body's on a fast basically by not eating, what you typically eat. Like your body says, what the hell is this? Your cravings for sugar, it has to do with your adrenal glands. People who have weak adrenal glands always are craving sugar. Not sugar, I'm sorry, salt. But if you're craving sugar on a grape fast, that ain't gonna happen. But some people who crave sugar when they're on green juice fast or whatever, where there's no sugar or very little sugar, you have to look at the pancreas. You have to look at possibly dealing with candida, dealing with like fungal issues.
Mm-hmm.
And just about everybody has something. Just about everybody is gonna go through stuff like that. So,
but you know what fucking gets to me though, like confuses me, is like when you go online and it's like, you have this is symptoms of like candida or like all this shit, and it's like you never find anybody that cures themselves of it. They're like, oh, I changed my diet and it's helped me a lot, and I cut out sugar and I don't do this and I don't do that and I don't enjoy life anymore and I never do anything and I just sleep and fucking want to kill myself all day. That's what I read on the internet, and I'm like, oh, that sounds good. And I tried it for 3 months. I cut out all the sugar, and I had like a half a grapefruit every week, and I didn't eat a fucking piece of bread. I didn't eat rice. I didn't eat fucking fruit. All I ate was vegetables and fucking and high fat and fucking protein. And I didn't make any fucking difference. All I did was fucking be exhausted after 3 months, and I could barely walk up the steps anymore because I lost like fucking muscle and shit like that. And I'm like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. How do you win? How do you win the battle when you all you do online is read the same shit, and the people are just like, yeah, it helped me a little bit. How do you? What the fuck? That's it. I'm killing myself. I can't take it anymore, Eugene.
Because everyone goes on like what I call like a maintenance diet, and they don't reach the root. They don't reach the root of the problem. They don't reach the where the issue is. It's just, and it's the fasting is all about like digging deep, going deep and getting to the root. It takes time, because we're dealing with stuff. We're dealing with a lot of things, a lot of problems in this world besides our own genetics and things that we've been dealing with in our bodies for 20, 30 years. It doesn't just go away in a month, or for the most part. I mean, some people take big steps in a month's time, but for most people, I'm going to go out and say 2 years of fasting, probably along with the herbs, along with other types of medicine to heal the body. And so most people we're so accustomed to going to a doctor, and they give you a Z-Pack or something every time you get an infection, and it's gone in 2 days, and in your mind you think that infection was taken care of, and in some ways it was. The bacteria that is the not really the cause for the infection, but the bacteria is there. Whatever is eating that bacteria, it's gone now. So whatever it is, it gets actually goes deeper into your body instead of whatever was eating the bacteria. Yeah, whatever was eating the bacteria is dead. So now you have this bacteria that's still there. Things have gotten worse instead of better, but you don't really realize that because you're not dealing with any infection now. So did it cure the infection? It kind of did, but it left you with more sewage, like more problems in your lymphatic system that the bacteria was supposed to be taken care of, but you killed it.
You killed it.
I'm a little bit not the clearest explanation, but it's killing the bacteria, but the bacteria is doing a job in your system. It's supposed to be cleaning out whatever the problem is.
It's almost like it's almost like you're not sweating it out. Like you're trying to get it out through pores, get it out your body. You're trying to excrete it. So basically, like if you're not doing that, then it's just like you're covering it up, and it's just like sticking around your body, even though it's not really impacting you like it normally would, because you have a drug reaction to it.
Right.
I get it.
Instead of the waste, instead of the bacteria eating up the waste that was in your system, now there's no bacteria. The waste just sits there. Okay, but the infection is gone. The bacteria is gone. That was causing that inflammation or that infection that was there. So it seems like it's okay, but is it really okay? I mean, I guess it is. It can be. How many times have I gone on antibiotics and the infection went away, or maybe it didn't? How many times did I have ear infections as a kid, and they threw me on antibiotics and that was it, or they didn't work. Like, I don't know, the majority of the time, and I ended up having to get tubes in my ears, stuff like that. It was crazy.
I had tubes in my ears when I was young.
It was terrible. It's terrible.
I had shit. I used to have to go to the ear doctor. I used to have to raise my hand. Like they put the headphones on me. Then they send in like the beeps in each ear. So like I would have to raise my hand for this beep on that side, this one. But sometimes I'm like, I knew my shit was so whack that I would try to fake hearing shit to see if I could fake the doctor off. And the doctor's like, I haven't pressed the button like 5 minutes, Mike. Like, why you raising your hand?
Yeah.
Like, you know you're fucked up. Like, I'm like, God damn. Like he fucking caught me.
Sometimes
And
I
then
really thought I heard something. Sometimes I really thought that there
yeah,
was some sound there, and I was like, oh, there is no sound.
yeah, your
Like,
mind is
no,
tricking you.
we haven't pushed the button. It's like the
Right.
test has been over.
I know. I'm arguing with the doctor. Like, no, I heard it. Like you pressed some shit. Like that shit rung. It was ringing in my ear and shit. Then he's like, nah. We got to go to fucking St. John's. We got to fucking give you the gas and then fucking put fucking tubes in your ears. I used to hate that shit. I used to hate that because they used to put like the shot in your arm to make you. No, they put the
Right.
gas mask over your face to put you to sleep. I used to hate that. It was the scariest part. So I used to make them give me a shot first to knock me out and then give me the gas because I was like, I was terrified of that fucking mask over your face. And they're like, breathe, breathe. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, me, you aliens? Fucking
Count
crazy.
backwards to fucking 86. You're like, help me.
Yeah, I was like, I was like fucking 8 years old. I'm like, what is this place? What are they doing to me? It was
Yeah.
fucking scary. Now you know why I turned up the way I did.
What is in that shit that puts you to sleep? Chloroform?
Anesthesia.
That shit, dude.
whole-
That fucking shit. They're like, yo, count back from 10 to 1, and you're like 10, done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
you're like, this
done.
ain't gonna knock me out. Toast.
No, that's not the
Not a
best.
chance in hell.
That's not the best, Nick. You know what the best is? When you get the clown nose
know.
at the dentist's office. Then
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just spinning and you shit, you're like waving and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
yo, drill me, man, drill me.
Drill me. I don't know if drill me ever came out of my mouth, but yeah, that was fucking the best for sure. Yeah,
The laughing
you
gas.
fly around. What?
The laughing
Laughing
gas.
gas.
You hear
Yeah.
like you hear this song in the background in the dentist office, and you hear the same thing over and over again. That's how I knew I was high. At,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 years old.
It was
Yeah.
magic. It was
I didn't
fucking
know I was
magic.
getting high.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Mike?
It was magic.
No, I'm sorry.
It was magic. It was the beginning of my my drug career, I guess. Yeah.
I remember
I
this
didn't know I
one.
was getting high though.
You didn't?
I didn't know I was getting high. I didn't know what I didn't know I was on drugs. I was just like, this is awesome. And the doctor would say, do you want the shot or do you want the mask? I'm like, I want the mask, you idiot. Of course I want the mask.
Dude, the clown nose. I used to purposely try to get cavities just so I could get the clown nose. Like, because at that age, you're like fucking 8, 9 years old, whatever. You're fucking discovering two things. You're discovering like the high, and then you're discovering your dick. I'm like, there's two great pleasures of the world. I'm like, I want to do this every day. You know what I mean?
Dude, I used to fucking there used to be the levels of highness too. You'd be getting like, oh shit, okay. And then everybody's robots. They all sound like robots, right? And then you're spinning, you're outside of your body spinning, and then you're fucking, and then you can't stop laughing and moving. And the doctor's like this, stop moving your hand. And then you're like, I can't. Stop laughing. And you're like, I can't. You're a robot. And they're like, and then they cut the gas. As soon as you start laughing, they cut the fucking gas.
Right. They'd rather you in pain.
He's had enough. Shut the gas off.
Right.
Guys fucking tweak it out over here.
Yeah, it was the best. Like, we should do that. Next episode, we should get a tank, and put the clown noses on, and we just we have one hell of a podcast.
That would
Great
be
idea.
good.
Great idea. Like,
That's the name of this app, by the way, clown nose.
Dude, I got to be honest with you. If that's what people are like when they, those little like CO2 cartridges that people huff.
Yeah.
If those are like nitrous oxide, those are nitrous fucking cartridges, right? It's the same shit.
That's the same
If
shit.
that's how you feel.
When I was a cashier at the supermarket, when I was a
Pass
cashier,
them on. What?
these kids from when I was a cashier, these kids they bought like I don't know how many of them. I was like, what are these guys doing with this? And then the week after that, they had it so that when you scanned it, it would ask for their ID. And I was like, what is this? Like, what are people doing with this thing? I think I was maybe 17 or 18 at the time, and they were college kids. So I don't know. Somehow or another, they get high off it, I guess.
Yeah. Some kids were doing it outside of my house one time, and I kept seeing these fucking cartridges on the fucking street, right? So then one day, I'm walking up like to my car, and this kid throws one outside the fucking window. I'm like, yo, did you just throw that outside the fucking car? He's like, yeah. He was like, oh shit, I didn't even realize. I'm like, what do you mean you realized? I was like, are all these yours too? He's like, I don't think so. He's like, but I'll clean them up. They've been building up for like 2 weeks. And I was like, dude, I don't care what you do here. Just don't throw your shit on the fucking floor. He's like, all right. And then that was it. He never came back. The kid never came back.
You got some crazy neighbors on that block, Nick.
No, yeah. Crazy Chris.
He had a barbecue gone wrong.
Oh yeah.
But what other ones?
Down the street. Down the street.
Who's that?
On the next block over. I can't remember anymore. I'd rather not say the names.
Give me a first initial.
M.
I know who you're talking about. I knew you were gonna say fucking M. MC.
Uh-huh.
Is it MC?
MC. And DC.
I don't know DC. I don't know no DC.
You probably.
Oh
do.
yeah. That's a woman. That one. Right?
That's what.
is DC a woman?
Yeah, it's a woman.
Okay, I know you talking. All
right.
We'll confirm after.
Afterwards.
We'll confirm afterwards.
On
So
the
anyway,
after
robot.
When nobody's watching.
Yeah. So speaking of like, I guess cartridges, Alec Baldwin shot somebody on the set, killed one person and shot another person on the set of a movie with a blank gun, right?
No, wait. Did somebody die, Nick? Let's take a quick break, and then you can finish the rest of that story. So we'll take a quick break on the Mix It Up podcast, talking about Alec Baldwin and using a gun with blanks. Did he kill somebody? Did he shoot somebody? What happened? We'll be right back. All right, we are back on the Mix It Up podcast. Mike, that's Eugene, that's Nick. Nick, what story we're talking about? Alec Baldwin, huh? On the movie set with a gun?
Yeah. So prop guns shoot blanks, and apparently they're dangerous. Like Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, died in the 90s, right? We all remember that.
Yep.
And you say to yourself, how the fuck did he die? And then there was all like, somebody put a bullet in the gun and shot him. But that's not true. It was the blank. An explosion happens, and like a wadding comes out of the gun still, of the shell, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Why can't they figure out how to create a bullet that doesn't shoot anything out? You know, it's not fucking rocket science. They could fucking send somebody to the moon, for crying out loud. Figure out a way to not have anything detrimental shoot out of a fucking blank. Right? Or make it fucking CGI'd. Fucking CGI that shit. Boom. Fucking throw some smoke out there. Like, for crying out loud, fucking figure it out. Like, you shouldn't be killing people. And it was like this beautiful fucking girl, like this director or cinematographer, like, you know what I mean? She died from it. Now somebody else got shot. And it's like, what the fuck? And the people are making memes. What's the matter with people? Checking in safe on Facebook from Alec Baldwin. Like, you think that's fucking funny? You know,
What about
Mike wants to laugh right now. Mike wants to laugh right now. I see it in his face, but like everything's a fucking joke. You could laugh at somebody dying, getting shot on the scene of a fucking movie, but you're not allowed to laugh at fucking so many other things that are going on. But you can laugh at somebody dying, the ultimate fucking thing on this planet. You are no longer here. You're allowed to laugh at that. Yeah, great job, guys.
That's insane.
I heard about the story, but I didn't do any research into it. So you're saying that a blank still shoots out a bullet?
It shoots out it shoots out a wad. So in the shell, there's the gunpowder. There's still gunpowder. There's a cap on it, and it causes an explosion, and it shoots out the wad that keeps the gunpowder in. So, you know, it could be paper, it could be some sort of stuffing, but it comes out fucking fast. So if you get
You're
shot in
saying
the right
that that's
fucking
what
spot,
killed, you're saying that
Yeah.
that's what killed the person? So it was a blank, but yet it still killed the person.
yeah,
Or
it shoots
was it
something. It
maybe the
actually
bullet?
shoots something. No, no,
Okay,
no. It
so
was a blank.
it was a blank.
It was a blank. Yeah, you're supposed to, there's guidelines and stuff. There's all like, you know, they're supposed to be trained in firearms and shit. And you're supposed to only shoot like 50 feet away from somebody. So when it does come out, it doesn't hurt you. So I guess maybe he was too close or whatever the fuck happened, you know?
And
I
he
wasn't-
hit two people got hurt at
Yeah.
the same time. The same scene. One person died, the other person got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why is it like, I don't know, every other movie set, how many gun, how many scenes are there like that, action scenes where they're firing guns,
I know.
automatic guns and things like that, and nothing happens. And then with this one, for some reason, what happened? Like the blanks were somewhat faulty.
No, I mean, I think that,
Yeah, it is.
what I read, I mean, I haven't read up on it recently, like the past couple of days, but I mean, no, I just think that I don't think there was anything wrong with it, but yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like if you watch like Bad Boys or something like that, they're all shooting fucking machine guns at each other. You know what I mean? Like you would think that people would be getting hit in the fucking face with this shit constantly, right? Or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless
it has to be
they're
real.
doing it. No, unless they're doing it correctly. Like, you know, you never take a look at, you see the angles, you see the guy shooting blah, 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 from up top, but you don't see them really. I mean, and then most of the time they're running away from the bullets and shit, and the gun's not even in the fucking scene anymore. You see like, you know, the little the missed bullets hitting away from them. So maybe it's a lot of like camera angles, and they're not really shooting at people most of the time directly, you know?
Okay.
But I'm sure there's tons of movies where they are shooting directly at them. But I mean, like I said, I've read that you're supposed to be 50 feet away, like, and not, you know, without shooting out. You have to be 50 feet away from the person that you're shooting at, apparently. But
Yeah,
just like anything else, I mean, it happens, you know.
I agree with you.
Something-
Why not have this be CGI by now? You're 100% accurate. Like they could do anything CGI.
Right.
You ever see like the deep fakes where they bring back like young Stallone or young Schwarzenegger, different characters that are playing them. They look just like them. They
Right.
look just like them. So you can't fake a gunshot. You have
Right.
to have these guns that possibly kill people.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. One person dies from that, you would think like, all right, we got to figure out a different fucking way. You know, especially like
Yeah.
Brandon Lee. That guy would have been like a huge star, man.
Yeah.
You know? Fucking crazy. I don't know.
They want it.
This
They
guy-
want it to be as real and authentic as possibly be. These movie places, because they can't be like the old Batman. Remember the old Batman cartoons where it's like,
Yeah.
pow, slap, bang. Nobody wants to see that shit anymore. You know what I mean?
I'd be fucking paranoid as shit if I was on a movie set and somebody's pointing a fucking, because the gun's like, it's a prop gun, but it's obviously a real gun, right? Because it shoots. I wouldn't want anybody
Yes.
pointing that shit at me and pulling the fucking trigger.
Hell no.
You could check it 100 times and not show me that there's a bullet in there. I still don't want you pointing that fucking thing at me and pulling the fucking trigger. You know, it's just like a paranoia thing. I don't know how they can sit there and be like, oh yeah, all right, shoot me now. But I don't know.
What
It's a
about
shame.
the people playing Russian roulette and shit? And the bang, bring the gun around, click.
Somebody did that at a movie theater on a movie set. He took the prop gun and was playing Russian roulette with himself, joking around. And he fucking killed himself.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's
because the
crazy.
thing fucking discharges. It fucking discharges. That's like
How dumb you gotta
crazy.
be? How dumb you gotta be to do shit like that? It's just beyond me.
But you don't think. I mean, you don't think that a prop gun is gonna fucking do anything to you. You know, it's wild. Just say, for instance, like a robotic arm or something like that, right? Like you see these robotic arms that are fucking like lifelike.
I feel you. I feel where this is
You feel
going.
where I'm going with this?
I feel transition.
So you think like you see this robotic arm, and it's crazy. The muscles are moving. You can control everything. And next thing you know, nobody's home. You got this robotic arm. You're like, let me see if what this thing feels like tugging on my dick. Next thing you know, robot arm rips your dick off because it's a fucking robot and it doesn't know better.
I'm bored and horny.
The same thing. It's the same thing.
When you're talking about the robotic arm, like, you know, like a Terminator arm, like Terminator 2. Remember when Schwarzenegger takes his arm and he rips the skin off, and then you can see like all the metal underneath it.
Well, who sent the video the other day? Which one of you guys?
I did. I'm trying to help people understand what's going on here. So the arm looks like an arm from Terminator, like right before. I mean, it was transparent, but it had skin over it. It had working fingers. It had working wrist, and you could see everything move, all the metal tendons. And I saw that. I was like, yo, we're close. We're close to having, Terminators, not just robotic ones, like the ones that look like people, the ones that look like real humans, walking around. In my opinion.
Yeah. And they could just terminate you at fucking will. It's crazy. I mean, it's good if it's used properly. Like you lose your arm, and that thing is your arm now, and the way it moved was fucking immaculate. You know what I mean? It was pretty. I mean, it's not going to be like this for all the YouTube viewers, but maybe one day it will be. It's already like this. It's already like, it could grab, it could fucking do things. It could fucking rip your dick off. No problem.
Yo, imagine how many times like people are like, if the robotic arm gets into the generic public, like the general public, can you imagine how many trips to the emergency room like fucking dudes would have like with robot arms like jawed onto their dick, like they can't get it off? So it's gonna be an issue. Fucking dudes be running the ER like 3 a.m. after this fucking watching the Spice Channel and shit with a robotic arm stuck to their dick.
What happened? I tried to fuck my robot again.
So I don't know. It came alive out of nowhere. I was sleeping and it just grabbed me.
Rip my dick off. Oh,
just started grabbing my dick for no reason. I didn't want it to.
Yeah. Why is there baby oil on this? I don't know what he does on his time off. I like to keep my robot lotioned up. All right. I like to keep his skin smooth.
Is that spermicidal lube in his other robotic arm? What a piece of shit.
I'm not trying to get my fucking robot pregnant. Robots they shouldn't make robots. But remember, how do you stop a robot?
Unplug it.
The ZX2000. Water. You got a fucking circuit. You got to give them a circuit. What's the word?
Circuit
failure, right? You stab them and then you shoot them with water. So there's a fucking what's the goddamn word? Fucking
you want a short circuit?
Short circuit.
There you go. You need to just walk around with a water gun to kill robots. That's it. One of your friends needs a sword. You need a samurai sword to fucking hack into him, and the other guy shoots him with a water gun. Done.
A fucking
Game
super
over.
soaker.
Yes. What's gonna happen when they're the police though? When they come to your door, knocking on your door, and they kick in your door, and they're like, "What are you gonna do about it?" I don't know.
Fucked.
And they like pull your pants down.
It's happening.
No.
They have the
Johnny 5.
They have the robotic dog in China, I believe. He's already out in the park, and
Really?
I think so. Yeah, artificial intelligent robotic dog.
Like a police dog?
Like some kind of surveillance dog or something like a. I don't know. I haven't
we're
looked
fucked.
too much into it, but they're close. They're close.
Imagine a robot dog.
Skynet, dude.
Skynet.
It's on its way.
A robot dog that you don't have to like walk. You just a cool dog that you just don't have to take out and you can just leave like on extended trips.
It'd be cool.
Somebody programmed to kill you.
It'd be cool if the robotic dog was still like gullible as like a regular dog. We could just take a tennis ball and like roll by him and it'll still chase it. And then you get to go do whatever you gotta do.
But he slowly learns and you're like, this fucking dog is slowly learning. And then like when you sleep, he starts staring at you creepily, like, and then he starts smiling. You're like, you can't smile. What are you doing?
It's like you're
And
a
then he
fucking
kills you.
Yo, a robotic smile right before death would be fucking terrifying.
God.
From a robotic
robot's
dog.
gotta go. You know what? We should start being able to vote on shit as the generic public, as some might call us. You know?
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be like, oh, robot police exist now. Who the fuck voted on that one? I didn't.
No.
You know?
Fuck that. Fuck cloning sheep. Enough with this shit.
And you know what? Also, when you vote somebody, like, 'cause obviously we vote people into public to decide for these things for us, right? Into office. So we should, if you say you're going to do something when you're in office and you don't do it or you change your mind, you should fucking be held accountable for that shit. Right? If you say, I will not have robots be as your policeman, and you come in and then robots your policeman, what the fuck? You just lied to me. You should go to jail for that, buddy. You know? Or you should let one of the robots kill you.
Agree.
Something.
Or you could move up the political ladder very quickly. I mean, if you're a good liar, you'll be president in no time, Nick.
Yeah. Thanks. But if you elect somebody to do something and then they make a decision, then you didn't elect that person. You didn't elect them to do that if they said that they weren't going to do it. You know? So that's why everything should just come to a fucking generic vote, a generic public vote.
He's a fibber.
You know, it'll be fun. Like, oh, I got to vote today. I got to vote again tomorrow. You know, they're putting a new law into effect. I got to see if I want it. That's the only true way we're going to know if people really want shit. It's 51% want it. I guess we need fucking police, robot police. But I guess the generic public are pretty dumb. We can't really leave it up to the generic public.
You don't want that to happen.
We don't want that to happen.
I want no fucking robotic police.
Is generic public going to be? Is that going to be the top the episode name? Generic public today?
Today, no, it's clown nose. That's what we give the fucking robots. Fucking laughing gas.
Yeah,
that'll stop those fucking assholes.
They're gonna need them in New York City, being that they banned outdoor heating. You know, they're gonna need fucking robots for all their vaccine mandates and shit like that to fucking keep track of all the people that are trying to sneak in to get a meal. Those little sneaky bastards. Those sneaky little bastards trying to get a meal. Those unvaccinated sneaky bastards. You can't eat, bitch.
Out there, they put everyone's life in danger by going and eating outside. No, you can't have that. Or eating inside. Or
what? It doesn't make a difference. Like they're still eating
in the same space as the vaccinated.
They're still eating outside, Eugene, in like a plastic bubble. Like it's still inside some shit. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like why are they forcing people to not eat inside, go eat outside? It's fucking stupid. It's the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like to clog up sidewalks, you can't park anywhere. Like even driving in like this like town. I live near Dobbs Ferry, and you got to see like the little town area. All the park is gone. They have outdoor places. It looks fucking stupid. Like just let people inside and eat. There's nothing wrong.
But you know why they did that, right? You know why they shut the heaters off.
Why did they do it, Nick?
You know why. You just want me to explain why to the generic public.
They want you to jab you. They want to jab you.
Yeah, exactly. They shut down the propane heaters so that the other amount of people that aren't vaccinated now have to get vaccinated because they don't have any other out now. They can't eat out. They can't take their girl out on a date, the fucking Johnny Souffles, and eat outside. They got to go inside. And now you're going to have your girlfriend yelling at you and bitching at you to fucking take her out. She's going to cheat on you. And then you're going to fucking kill her. You're going to kill both of them. You got to end up in jail. So you got to get the vaccine. God damn it. You got to get the vaccine.
Pretty soon the vaccinated, the unvaccinated are going to be outside like begging for food, like in the dead of winter. Like, please feed me. I'm unvaccinated. We're gonna be fucking right next door to the poor people. Like, we're gonna be on the GW bridge asking for fucking change and fucking pieces of fucking food.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on, man? Shit is crazy. That's basically what it is. If you're unvaccinated, we're not gonna allow you to work anywhere. You're gonna lose all your money. You're gonna lose all your house. You're gonna be right next door to the hobos. That's what they're saying to us. You're going to be living right next door to the hobos.
Dude,
think about that one.
You ever hear, you watch the show You?
Nah, what is that about?
It's about this guy. He's a psychopath. He's a psychotic killer. He's a, like an absolute sociopath. And
sounds like
third season, third episode. My brother goes like this to me the other day. He's like, "Did you see the third episode of You yet?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "All right, call me when you do." I was like, "All right." So I'm watching it tonight. They make this newborn baby get measles, and then this is what the mother says: "My son got measles because of some anti-vax, brainless piece of shit. And now he's got to suffer." Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, for a virus that shouldn't even be around anymore. They hit the corona so fucking hard in this new season, like crushed it. And I'm like, oh my God, fucking, I can't believe you just did that. And then to top it off, the person whose children gave the newborn baby measles comes in at the last part of the episode. Is like, "I did it. I'm the one who, like, you know, my kids gave it to your kid." And like, this bitch is freaking out. The mother, she's like, and she ends up killing him because the show's insane.
Wow.
But like, they threw this shit in fucking hard.
Dude, that's why I told you to watch the American Horror Story this season. Dude, it taps into like a lot of shit, like all the conspiracy elements, but at the same time, you're like, I could actually believe everything they're fucking saying. Yo, so in the description, like write up a description tonight about that, Nick. I gotta have people listen to it. And I want to fucking listen. I gotta watch this fucking show, man.
Yeah, you was crazy. You love this fucking show, man. You got to watch it from the beginning. It's fucking ridiculous. But American Horror Story is good.
You go, Eugene. You name a show.
Oh yeah, Bonanza,
Grape Ape.
No idea.
No
Listen, this week I went to the supermarket. I went down to Santo Domingo, the city, the capital. They're asking for the cards, you know, and I nearly lost it. The guy let us in because I'm an American. He's like, "Oh, you're a tourist. Okay, I'll let you in." And I was like, "All right, fine." But people there's no resistance. There's no resistance whatsoever. People are like that. They have no problem with showing that they got vaccinated. And I was just like, what are these people doing? What are these people doing? Like, even if you did decide to get vaccinated, why is it anybody's business? Why do you have to show a card in order to go and shop in a supermarket? Is there nothing going on upstairs in that brain of yours? Like, all of them. Why aren't nobody has anything to say about it here in this country? At least, I mean, I'd see that there people are protesting now in New York City and throughout the United States. It's kind of, in my opinion, a little too late. But at least there's some life there. There's some thinking going on. Like this ain't right. This ain't right. You're segregating people. You're not allowing people to go and buy food if they didn't go and get a shot. It's crazy.
Yeah,
They're trying to get your livelihood away.
It's not fucking right, man. It seems like all of a sudden certain things aren't actually your rights anymore. So what other rights that we think are ours could easily just be taken away, and like there's a little fucking hidden stipulation somewhere in the fucking Constitution that says, oh, by the way, we could take this away anytime we want to, right? Like HIPAA. All of a sudden, it doesn't exist when it doesn't need to, when they don't want it to exist. But then somebody who knows the HIPAA rules will be like, actually, this was never, vaccine laws or whatever the fuck. It was always public knowledge, but it's not public knowledge. You need to have access to a system that tells you whether or not somebody's been vaccinated, and schools have it. I imagine all the government fucking offices probably fucking have it or whatever, but I don't have it. I can't tell if Eugene's fucking vaccinated, right? I can't tell if Eugene has fucking a disease or a sexually transmitted disease, and that's none of my fucking business. But like we said before, in the past, like, yeah, there's way deadlier fucking diseases that people have that they're walking around with that you can get from them, and they don't have to tell you that. But now all of a sudden, for this, like, everybody has to know your fucking business, like, and we don't think it's right. Us three people don't think it's right.
But the majority seem fine with it, though. In my opinion.
No, yeah.
What I see, like, the majority seem okay with it, and that's the scariest part of the whole thing is nobody seemed to have a problem
because they think they're doing the right thing. They got and brainwashed for thinking they're doing the right thing. They're just falling in line.
Okay, in the beginning that might have been the case, but now, I mean, logic and reason would say that not really. That's not the right thing. Like,
you think they're just giving up then? You just felt beaten down?
I don't know. I just think people aren't able to.
If you're getting threatened with your livelihood, what are you supposed to do? You might as well just risk the shot. If you're getting, that's what it is. Right. If your livelihood is getting affected, it's a threat. It's a threat on your life.
Now it is. But
now it is.
How long the vaccine's been out now for, like, it's almost a year, I think.
Yeah, they try to bribe us with Krispy Kreme donuts and shit at the first go around. All right, we didn't fall for that shit. Then all of a sudden they're like, we're going to start. You're not going to be able to go to the Knicks game. You're not going to be able to go to a Yankee game. You can't walk outside to go to the Good Humor ice cream truck, Australia. It's fucking nuts what they're doing, man. They're just really like, it's pretty much you choose to live free or you're locked up in your house for forever. Or, you know what I mean? Or else. That's what it is. It's or else. If that don't scare people, man, just continue to be sheep, man. Like, the same people last year that worked in the pandemic, unprotected, the nurses, doctors, firefighters, cops, essential workers, right? Those are the same people that are refusing to get vaxxed are now losing their job. Like, how fucked up is that? Ain't that a little fucked up? I think so.
I was just thinking, like, we should get somebody on the show that went and got the vax just for the Krispy Kreme donuts. We could find somebody.
Yeah, it's some fat fuck, like 800 pounds from
There's somebody out there. I know there's got to be somebody out there that did it. Like, Krispy Kreme donuts for a year? No problem.
There's millions of them. You know how many donuts sold out? They had donut shortage and shit. All these fat fucks going, give me a needle. I get a fucking free fucking chocolate frosted. Yeah, like, hook me up. Monsters. You people are fucking idiots.
Monsters. I would love to get a nurse. What you say?
If you guys would like to be on the Mix It Up podcast, please give us a call right in. We'd love to have you.
We'll give you a Krispy Kreme donut if you come on.
I want to get a nurse or somebody that lost their job or decided to not get the vaccine. I would love to get somebody on here. If anybody out there listens to this who fucking knows anybody that did that, I'd love to get you on here. We'd love to get you on here and talk to you about it.
Or any job for that matter.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I'll take any job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mickey D's, Burger King, Wendy's. doctors, the president.
I mean, the
The
fucking
president.
the
I mean,
they just passed the FDA approval, right, for the kids to get it now, right? 5 to 11 years old.
yeah, ain't that some shit?
You want to talk about criminal?
That's a crime. They get a free Capri Sun pouch with a shot. Poor kids. The teachers getting forced to take the shot because they're around children. That's
They're gonna hand them. They're gonna hand them lollipops, Mike, after they get that shot.
yeah. Get your lick on. Pluck, pluck.
Does everybody not realize that the coronavirus will never go the fuck away ever? And now, and you're just going to have to get fucking more booster shots and shots after fucking shots and shots after fucking shots and shots after shots because all they want to do is make more money off of you? Do you not fucking realize that?
A lot of people don't.
Do you not realize that? What do you, all you people out there that are so fucking blind to that fact, ask yourself why your government hasn't tried to fucking boost your fucking immune system. Why your government doesn't stop fucking McDonald's from being allowed to be fed to human beings. Why your government allows all of this fucking pesticides and all of this shit to be put into your fucking food. Why cigarettes are why arsenic is putting your cigarette and fucking all these chemicals. Well, ask them that. Ask them how many people die because of the things they fucking allow every year, that if they really cared, they would limit you to be able to fucking consume on a fucking regular basis. Ask them that. No, I can't ask them that because I never think like that. And they never tell me to think like that. So why would I fucking do it? And what could I, it's just fucking annoying now because they're going to get to this point where everybody's so fucking self-righteous and there's going to be a fucking war.
Teach these people to be healthy. Stop closing the gyms and leaving McDonald's open and Burger King open during a pandemic.
Yeah,
like
the liquor stores.
And
sorry, Mike. I know the beer in the liquor stores, but
I know that's touching a little nerve right there. But listen, listen to Humpty Dumpty and find out how many fucking people died in a Burger King bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But a ton of these fat fucks died in there. He didn't just get busy in a Burger King bathroom. People died in there because they're fat fucks, not from COVID, from eating too much shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, fat fucks. I apologize. But I think that's a wrap for the Mix It Up podcast. Or
is it?
Eugene,
we're on a tear. We're on a tear right now. What, you got to take a shit?
No, I want to go with the afterpod. We got to leave people into the afterpod. I want to leave on a, you know what I mean? People wanted more.
This final thought, Mike, in order for things to get better, in my opinion, because everybody wants things to get better now. And in my opinion, I think the only way is to start taking back the responsibility of your life and stop relying on the government, stop relying on centralized currencies, stop relying on the medical, the AMA, whatever, that standard way of taking care of people for a long time now, which really isn't working, is not working. None of this is working. The dollar is looking like crap. So, I mean, we kind of have to take back our power and do it. I would say start off with small communities. And I think that's basically what I wanted to say.
Yo, when you slow down like that, it's just hilarious.
Oh my god, you froze up. It's the best. It's the best.
It looked like you were stuttering like your words, like you just got vaccinated. All right, guys, that's it for the Mix It Up podcast this week. Nick, where can they find us?
You can find us immediately after this on the Afterpod, but also on Instagram at the Mix It Up Pod, Twitter on the Mix It Up Pod, Facebook on the Mix It Up Pod, TikTok on the Mix It Up Pod. No, you can't find us on TikTok or Facebook, but Instagram and Twitter. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's it. Come like, subscribe, hit that smash button. And before I go, real quick, we have viewers from other parts of the world. We got viewers from besides the United States of America, India, United Kingdom, Australia, which we talked about. But we also got listeners now from Belgium, nice. Canada, and France, Ireland, and Italy. All around the globe, people. So thanks for listening, man. If you ever want to be a guest, pop on and stay tuned for the after party. Peace.
Yeah.
The cat in the box.